Welcome to another Tank Love Apparel YouTube video. Today we're doing a fish haul. So today we went to the grand opening at CK Fish World here in Southern California, and it was the first time I ever went to that store, and it was fantastic. I had a great time, and of course, I couldn't resist. I got a bunch of fish. And I wanted to share it with my TLA family. So I've had these guys acclimating for about like 20 minutes now, and I'm only gonna put them in here just to show you guys and give you a better angle of them, and then I'm gonna put them in their forever tank. So let's start with these little ember tetras. I got 5 of them. They are these adorable little fish that are perfect for any nano tank because they only get like max size 2 centimeters. They like to school, which is gonna be great because it adds like a nice little, movement in the tank. Right now they're a little bit pale, but once they acclimate and they're fully comfortable in their tank, they're gonna get a nice orangey red to them that's gonna really stand out. Next is the coolie load. I've had these guys before and I absolutely love them. They're very peaceful, awesome community fish. These guys will get to, I read, around 4 inches. I've never had them grow that big. I've had mine grow like 3 inches, but we'll see. They love having a sand substrate and they tend to burrow into it, which is kind of cool too. These guys are scavengers. They'll eat anything that hits the bottom and any leftovers, which is great. It makes for a great little cleanup crew. Okay, so the next is the Hillstream Loach. I love these guys. They are so unique. To me, they look like little, almost like stingrays, like miniature stingrays in the tank. And when you look at the bottom of it, you can actually see the heart beating. And last, I got the cherry shrimp. I got 5 of these guys. These guys are pretty cool because their natural color is like this greenish brown, but they bred them to have all these cool colors like red, orange, yellow. They freaked me out for a second because I thought one actually passed away, but it was just their molt. And it looks like they're actually eating it, which is good because that gives them a nice source of calcium. All right, so now these guys are ready to go into their new tank. Here's the controversial part of the video. These guys are actually going in my beta tank. My beta has been with multiple fish before and even snails and invertebrates. He's never had a problem. He's very peaceful, actually. He's actually in a pretty big aquascaped tank, which you can see in this video here when we aquascaped it. There's so much room for him, and I feel like there's just not enough going on in that tank, and I'd like to see a little bit more life in it. I'm going to be keeping a very, very close eye on these fish to make sure that everyone is getting along accordingly, because sometimes you just never know. All right, first we're gonna start by putting in the ember tetras, and then we're gonna put the Hillstream Loach. He's probably just gonna run and hide as soon as I put him in. And right now they're pale, but I think they're gonna color up pretty soon once they get more comfortable. They get this nice orange red. You can already see the red cherry shrimp munching away. This guy is acclimating still, but he's gonna find some place to hide away. They like being tucked away somewhere. This guy has so much sand. He's gonna be so happy. So the beta has been behaving pretty well so far. He's chasing them around, but not attacking. It's more like he's asserting his dominance over them. This guy already found a little cave underneath the driftwood. This is pretty much the behavior that they display all the time, so. So it's been a few weeks and this tank is doing amazing. The first night, unfortunately, the red cherry shrimp all didn't make it for whatever reason. I don't really think it's the beta though, because everyone else in there is doing phenomenal. We actually ended up adding 2 more fish, the bumblebee goby and the stone catfish. Also, someone else joined this tank. We actually still have this fish full grown. We have a black ghost knifefish, and we added a baby one that's about 2 inches in here. I plan on growing him out. It's just right now he's really tiny, and so I'm just waiting for him to get stronger and get bigger, and then I'm going to be upgrading him to larger and larger tanks. So on to the beta. He's actually been doing so well. He honestly acts like a community fish. I really think that because of how this tank was made, with the plenty of driftwood, plenty of plants and hiding spaces, this is not to say that every single beta you should, introduce into a community tank. Some are more aggressive than others. It just so happens that mine is very docile and peaceful. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll know that we actually did have an ick outbreak in the tank. It looks like we're in the clear and the ick is cured, and we actually didn't lose anybody, which is really fantastic. If you see the previous footage, you'll actually see that the coolie loach was a bit on the thin side and he was actually pretty affected by the ick, so I was very worried about him. But honestly, right now he's gotten a little chunky. He's good. Also, the Merry Fishmas shirts are back. This is one of my favorite designs of all time. If you didn't get one last year, now you can. We actually released it pretty early so you could enjoy it for the holiday season. They're going fast and they're in very limited supply, so go get yours at tanklifeapparel.com. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this tank. I know it's pretty unconventional. And do you have a beta that's nice and docile, or is yours really aggressive? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you on the next one.